All right, everybody, 4:31. I'm 10 Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskin.
And I'm 10 Tampa Bay Meteorologist James Gregorio.
And, well, I guess we're talking cold. We're going to talk a little bit of cold.
Yeah, a little bit of that, a little bit of rain, right?
Yeah, but see, we actually have a comfortable couple of days, and then we start a little bit of a warming trend here locally. And then we have another front that coming through Sunday night into Monday, and that one will cool us down, I think, a little bit more.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yep. Yeah, so we've got a little bit of little something for everybody. It's a little smorgasbord on the show today.
A little bit of everything. So let's start with the big picture of temperatures, all right? And you're going to see, for our friends up north, they're actually going to get some really cold air plunging down across central and eastern Canada. Watch this as we go through tonight and into tomorrow. Oof. Yeah, guess where I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
I really kind of started putting the pieces together the other day. I was like, oh.
Now, you're worried about your travel plans. I'm thinking about my gas bill.
yeah, exactly right. Yeah, I'll be up in Buffalo,
right,
for the weekend with one of my sons doing a hockey tournament, and most of the rinks are outdoors.
It's cool.
So
and up there, like pond hockey's a thing.
Well, that's what he wants to do the most.
Yeah,
is to play on the pond. And my wife is scared to death. She's like, no. You're not going on any pond, and I'm like, well, let's just see.
Yeah.
They're not going to let us on anything that's not frozen.
Exactly.
So, yeah. But that's part of the cold air. And so, obviously, we live here in Florida. That's what we want to know, our weather forecast, right? But that pattern determines kind of when and if we have shots at cooler air here.
Right.
So that dip across the northeast there is some cold air, right? But how much of it do we get? So if you watch, this is Thursday. All right, so today and tomorrow, Thursday, kind of our cooler days, if you will. It's not even that bad.
No,
it's extremely comfortable today. But then as we get into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're actually going to warm up a little bit. All right, now we're focusing down here. But you can see the pattern's still a dip here.
Right, look at that globe. That thing just like, that polar vortex is so stretched.
Yeah.
And, when that thing starts moving around, it's like, oof.
We see what's happening right here over Greenland.
Yeah.
Got this big high pressure. And so what that does is that kind of blocks everything. So this cold air is not coming here. It's not coming right into that. It's got to come down underneath. So when this block sits here, it forces cold air down in this direction.
Hence the Greenland block.
There it is, right? And so that's what's happening. And that won't stick around forever. And that's not
cold air, that's Arctic air.
Yeah, right. Look where.
We're beyond cold. Look at that.
There it is.
Yeah.
It's coming straight
Siberian
across
Express,
the pole.
baby.
Literally, it's coming just like this.
Yep.
And then down into the northeast. All right, so that's the really cold air. Look, you've got northern Russia up here at the top, right? So North Pole somewhere in here, and then there it comes. Look at that, John Madden. Boom! You got it, and then boom! It's coming south. Boom!
Hey, look! I love those big linemen. They got a whole turkey drumstick.
yeah, right.
A whole leg.
so there's the air dipping, and then the question for us is how far south does this point? So you can see now it's kind of coming more. Sorry about that. Coming more to the south and the east, or the east.
Yeah, it doesn't make a straight north to south run.
Right. It's not like this is what it is.
Right.
We need it more like that to get the cold stuff. All right. So initially we're not going to get it, but this is next Tuesday. All right. And what's happening is we are starting to get some. So I'm gonna back this up back again. We'll go through it. You'll notice the initial shot of cold air come across the Great Lakes into the northeast. Okay. That's tonight, tomorrow night, Friday. We, on the other hand, actually warm up a little bit, especially Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're back to 80.
And humid.
And muggy, because it's been drier out there. Tomorrow, I think, will be the driest day, the most comfortable day out there. But Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we are getting back upper 70s, low 80s. And then we have the rain coming down. Now, look what's happening over Dallas, or north of Dallas. You see that right there? That is the little next piece of trough that's going to dig in and come to the southeast. Watch this. You see that colder air coming in? That is the difference, okay? That's when we'll get our cool air. That, by the way, was Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday. We're now looking at Tuesday right here. So you can see how much of it's digging down to the south. There's Florida right there. And then watch this. After it lifts up, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of next week, I think we actually stay cool Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday of next week will be a little bit of a transition. And then look what's happening out west.
Look at that ridge.
That's a big ridge. That's warm air. And
that just slides eastward.
December.
And then the West Coast finally gets their turn at some of that Arctic air.
It's flowing.
Kind of sliding down into that trough. So, I mean, that longer wave pattern, ridge, trough, and that just kind of,
trough,
the ridge
trough,
slides
ridge.
east. Right, exactly. So.
Yep.
the Earth is really good about trying to balance out, always looking for balance. One
Yeah.
area gets cold, one area gets hot, and so the cycle continues.
Yin to the yang.
Yes.
Pretty quiet right now. If you look, there is some snow up here across the Great Lakes area. Chicago seeing a little bit of snow, especially north of town. Not as far north as Milwaukee. But then you notice as you come back out, snow areas near Denver are getting some. Most of it's to the south of Denver. They're out on the plains, actually. But look at that. I mean, Phoenix, some rain moving through.
Yeah.
I would imagine Sedona's getting some snow out of that. Scottsdale.
Yep, getting a little elevation in Scottsdale. And,
I definitely think it's more up here, Flagstaff.
Yep.
So I was last spring break, took the kids out. We wanted to go see Grand Canyon.
Okay.
The kids are getting older, and it's one of those things where if you do these trips, you're thinking, where are we going to take them that we had to have taken them before they go away to college?
Okay.
Right? And we think, well, we take them all these places, but we've never even been to Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
The big hole
Yeah.
in the desert.
Yeah.
Right? So we fly out to Vegas for spring break.
What could go wrong?
With young kids. Drive out.
It's a family destination.
Drive out to get to Flagstaff, and they shut I-40 down. In fact, we couldn't even get to Flagstaff.
Oh, okay.
So, and we were trying to go somewhere, was going to go something like this and then come up.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was right up here, maybe, I don't know. But they shut all of this down. We never made it.
Oh, okay.
There's 2 storms back to back. We went back to Vegas and spent 5 days in Vegas with the 14-year-old and 2 12-year-olds. That was
It's a
fun.
challenge, I bet, right?
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. But no, we actually had a great time.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, this type of weather that they have out there, that can cause a lot of problems.
Yeah.
For travel. So it doesn't look that bad here, but it's going to cause a couple issues. Elsewhere, if you're traveling, it is looking pretty good out there. And again, you can see the Northeast is feeling much better. So it is 81 degrees in Miami. It is 1 degree
in the icebox of America.
International Falls, yeah. So
and 2 in Minot. So hey, Minot doubled International Falls.
Man, I just don't know. I don't know how. Some of you watching are from there, and I'm amazed. Like, congratulations, you made it.
Do we have anyone from Minot watching?
I don't know.
Yeah. If you are, chime in. You
Yeah.
you send us an email, whatever. And, I'm sure you're grateful that perhaps you've moved out of Minot during the winter.
80 degrees on December 1st.
Exactly.
Congratulations, like
Exactly.
I said. So satellite radar shows the front came through. The air is drying out a little bit. Look at our kind of roller coaster of temperatures. It's not terrible, but we do have much more comfortable air as we get into next week. So you can see how Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even Thursday, I mean, this is the GFS model, basically. It's trying to keep us in the lower 70s. We should be about 76 for a high this time of the year.
So that's a little bit, especially Tuesday. That's, 8
if
degrees.
you average
right.
80 and 71, you're going to get somewhere in the middle near 76,
Yep.
so that works out. Rain chances. So we talked yesterday, we have a weather impact alert on Sunday. All right, that's our way of just giving you a heads up about inconvenient weather.
Yeah.
I was going to say abnormal weather, but inconvenient weather.
Impactful, plan altering, that sort of thing.
Saturday right now we'll have a few showers around. I don't think it's as terrible as it looks right here. So we went 30%, but you do want to keep an eye on that. Sunday, I think, is the day that we really need to watch it. And now we may linger this into Monday. We might have to extend a weather impact alert if that Monday morning rain affects the commute. That's kind of one of the reasons behind our weather impact alerts is to give you something, a heads up that's going to affect you. And rain in the Monday morning in the dry season on a commute is something that you're not normally used to.
Right, and nobody wants it on any commute. Monday morning especially, right? You're rolling out of bed after the weekend, you're like, I'm going back to work.
You got to face extra traffic.
Exactly.
All right, upper 60s right now in Brooksville and Homosassa. Yeah, it's comfortable out there this afternoon.
And drying, I should say. Drier, right.
72 in Tampa. Winds out of the north and the northwest. Not a lot of wind. This is not a big front that came through. And we get a bunch of really cold air, and it comes in a lot of wind. Just a nice little breeze, 5 to 10 miles per hour with some gusts in the teens throughout the day today. Lows tomorrow morning. This will be the coolest morning. It's not cold by any means, but mid-50s most locations. But you see the blues in Hernando and Citrus, that's 40s.
Sweater weather.
Sweater weather, yeah. That's kind of chilly for us.
Yeah, throw on the hoodie.
Tomorrow, though, lots of sunshine, just a mix of sun and clouds, and you can see we're looking at temperatures in mainly the upper 70s. There is the 7-day forecast, and you can see we're looking pretty good. We're going to go 80 on Thursday, upper 70s. I mean, like I said, most of the day will be spent in the 70s, but briefly may reach 80 degrees.
Yeah.
Friday is a little bit more humid. Saturday certainly is more humid, and we'll go with the stray shower chance later in the day, and then you can see Sunday is when we're watching the rain. We're going to go, when we come back, I want to start with the forecast model to show you a little bit of the timing of the rain, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about some snow. We got a really cool story.
Couple cool ones.
Yeah, we actually do, about a fire hydrant. It's kind of a child who cleaned out a fire hydrant. It'd be pretty cool. We'll show you that coming up.